Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250 and welcome back to Umineko. Fortunately this is a re-recording for me. Decided not to save my last recording audio. So forgive me if I'm not quite as energetic as usual. I'm going to try to do what I can, but just keep that in mind. Anyway, we last left off halfway through Jessica's conversation. Spoiler alert, we're probably going to stop in a similar place where we're halfway through Jessica's conversation. But today's interesting. I thought it was cool. Even after the conference ended, I still felt a bit uncomfortable. If Maria had just stayed mad, we'd have made up with each other and I could have put it all behind me. But since Maria got over it, it felt like I was the only one unsatisfied.
おや、お嬢様。どうなさいましたか？お暗い顔を。
ああ、熊沢さんか。いや、別に大したことは。親族のみんなは無事に帰ったかな？
時間通りなら、もう新島の空港に着かれているでしょう。お嬢様もお疲れ様でございました。
私は何もしてねえぜ。使用人のみんなも本当にお疲れ様。
昨日のマリア様との喧嘩をまだ気にしておられるのですか？
ああ、まあね。
子供の言うことではありませんか。お嬢様ももう高校生なのですから、深く気にすることもないでしょうに。
熊沢さんはマリアのあれ、子供の言うただのザレ言だと思ってる？
ベアトリーチェ様のお話でございますか？
熊沢さんもベアトリーチェ様と来たもんだ。
Beatrice is the name of grandfather's mistress, the person he's still infatuated with. I realized that, as a servant, Kumasawa-san can't speak of her indiscreetly. Still, that's now become the name of the fictitious witch who lives in the mansion. And it's almost normal for people to call her Sama.
ベアトリーチェなんて私たちが森へ行かないよう大人がでっち上げた階段だぜ。それをいつの間にかマリアが面白がって本当にいるかのように振る舞い出しやがった。
そんなことを言っては罰が当たりますよ。ベアトリーチェ様はいるのですから。
だからさ、そういうのダメなんだよ、生理的に。ジョージ兄さんの話じゃねえけどさ、サンタなんかいるわけねえとまで騒ぎはしねえぜ。だからってサンタが本当にいるわけじゃねえ。
それは間違いですよ、お嬢様。
間違い？
はい。万物八百万には神様が宿っておられます。同じようにこの島、このお屋敷にはベアトリーチェ様が宿っておられるのです。神様と同じくベアトリーチェ様も敬っていれば何も害はなしません。お嬢様の言うようにいないも同然でしょう。しかし敬いを忘れれば必ずや罰が当たります。これは何もベアトリーチェ様に限ったことではないのですよ。
罰が当たるなんて上等じゃねえか。会えるもんなら会ってみてえぜ。
お嬢様、そんな罰当たりではいけませんよ。
お嬢様、
本日はお疲れ様でございました。
シャノンにゴーダさんさ、ベアトリーチェの話は知ってるよな？
まあ存じているといえば存じておりますが、それが何か。
The two looked at each other. They looked like a pair who had just heard a clueless person suddenly utter a forbidden word.
ぶっちゃけ聞くぜ。いるの？そんなお化け。
いるかいないかと言われればそれはいないでしょうが、多分。
私はきっといらっしゃると思います。
どうしているって？会ったことあるの？
直接会ったことがあるわけじゃありませんけど、その。
Shannon talked in detail about how she would sometimes feel a strange presence or see a silhouette while doing the midnight rounds. And each time she started, Jessica would cut her off, saying she must have seen it wrong or been mistaken.
ゴーダさんだって会ったことあるわけじゃないだろ？
もちろんですとも。しかし、まあ。
He was being very evasive. Even a man as big as Godo was apparently unable to deny the existence of someone he'd never met. This really didn't sit well with Jessica. She was herself a resident of this mansion. They were acting as though someone else, someone she didn't know, was living here. Of course she didn't like it.
ちょっと待った。今の話をもう一度。
と言いますと？
貴賓室の話ですか？
Goda and Shannon had been recounting several ghost stories about Beatrice. One of those drew a reaction from Jessica.
そうそう。今の貴賓室の話。面白いぜ。
Goda and Shannon glanced at each other. They hadn't been trying to talk about anything cool.
貴賓室には午前2時に入ってはいけないですか？
午前2時にはベアトリーチェ様が貴賓室にお戻りになるので近づいてはいけないですか？
そうそう、それそれ。面白いぜ。どの話もベアトリーチェらしきものを見たの聞いたのって体験談ばっかだけど、その話は違うぜ。午前2時に貴賓室に行けばベアトリーチェ様にお会いできるってわけだ。
それはどうでしょう。
お嬢様、ベアトリーチェ様を悪く言った使用人にはたたりがあると言われています。ましてや貴賓室はベアトリーチェ様のお部屋。
いくらお嬢様でもそれはおよしになられた方が。
貴賓室って今は鍵がかかってるんだっけ？鍵は
キーボックスにあったでしょうか。
多分源氏様がご自分の席にしまわれていると思います。
マスターキーでも開くんでしょ？貸してよ。
そういうわけには参りません。
お嬢様、好んで不吉な場所に近づくことはありません。
おいおい、人の家を勝手に不吉にするんじゃねえぜ。とにかく私は決めた。マスターキーが貸せないなら貴賓室の鍵はあるでしょ？貸して。
お嬢様。
To Jessica, the expressions worn by the pair felt more like an ill omen than anything else did. To Jessica, the ill omen thing wasn't the witch or the VIP room. It was them, Maria and the others who believed in witches. In the end, Jessica forced them to agree, and she made them bring her the key to the VIP room.
ベアトリーチェが本当に貴賓室に現れるかどうか肝試しをしたというわけか。
そんなとこだぜ。しかし私は何を意地になってたんだろうな。年派もいかないマリアとの喧嘩を引きずってたに違いない。
Of course, The weather just had to be terrible on that particular night. To be honest, I slightly regretted sticking my nose into something so pointless. But I had already said so much, and even borrowed the key from them. I couldn't just go to Shannon the next day, let her ask me how it went, and answer, well, I got scared, so I gave up. Normally, I go to sleep long before 2 a.m. If Mom found me wandering the corridors at that time of night, she'd definitely yell at me. So I waited in my room, staring at the hands of my clock as it clicked closer to 2. Outside, the rain was incredible, and the wind strong. The swaying, rustling trees were particularly eerie. I'd complained to Shannon and Goda about making up ghost stories for my house, but I was starting to feel as though those ghost stories might not be so impossible after all. The Ushiramiya mansion is huge. Honestly, I can't think of the entire mansion as my own house. As Mom says, the hallways of the Ushiramiya mansion should be treated like public roads. In other words, my own room is part of my home, but the hallways and the rooms I don't usually enter are outside. So while part of me felt that this VIP room ghost story was ridiculous, the other part of me was so creeped out that it kept trying to convince itself that the first part of me was right. Only 10 minutes left until 2. If I want to be inside of the VIP room at 2, I need to go in there before then.
行くか。悪いが、私も意地だぜ。
Nothing's going to happen. I know that. It'll just be a stupid waste of time for a few minutes. I touched the doorknob to the door of my room and was startled by how unpleasantly cold it was. As long as I stayed in this room, I could laugh off anything. After all, this was my room. But it wouldn't be like that in the hallway. That's outside my territory. In the doorknob, the barrier between the two is ice cold. Idiot. What are you so scared of, me? You aren't taking Shannon's, Goda-san's, or maybe Kumasawa-san's gossip seriously, are you? I'll prove it. There's nothing strange in the VIP room. The corridor was only dimly lit. Before we started that lights out time, the hallways were brighter. But to avoid wasting energy or something like that, we started keeping the lights at night to a minimum. So even though I was inside my own house, it was very obviously the middle of the night here. If Mom found out that I was wandering around at a time like this to do a test of courage in the VIP room, which I'm not supposed to go in, I'd get in a lot of trouble. To make sure she didn't find out, I tried to hide my breathing and my footsteps, so the silence felt unbelievably loud. Even though it was so quiet, that eerie sound of the wind was noisy. The sound of twigs rustling. The sound of some pillar in this old mansion creaking. What's that sound like a beak tapping against glass? Though it was so quiet, all of the little suspicious sounds made it seem noisy. Dang, I'm an idiot. Why couldn't I have brought a flashlight at least? A flashlight to use inside my own home? Ha! That's even more idiotic. I mumbled this to myself, hoping it would drown out the sound of the wind just a little. Then I saw it. The door to the VIP room. This was the VIP room. The room for important guests. However, as far as I knew, It had never been used before. None of the guests who came to this mansion were important enough to be given use of this room. Though I'd been clutching the key all this time, it didn't feel warm at all. It still ruthlessly and icily tormented me. Or maybe that was a warning. If you go back to your comfortable room and hide in your bed, this night will pass like any other.
バカにすんじゃねえぜ。ここまで来て今さら引き下がれるかってんだ。
Even though the key was freezing in my hand, telling me to go back. It slipped into the keyhole quite easily. Ooh, spooky. All that's left is to turn the knob, open it, and I'll be inside the VIP room. It's not like I've never been in the VIP room. Long ago, when I would often play hide and seek or go exploring, this room that I rarely entered had seemed unusual and exciting. However, I got in trouble for going in, and was told that this room was important, so one mustn't enter without reason. After that, they made a rule of locking up unused rooms, and I couldn't go in anymore. So it's probably been several years since I've gone into the VIP room. In fact, it might be more than 10 years since the last time. The inside of the room is probably different from how it was when I knew of it. Come to think of it, even then I felt that there is something unsettling about this room. Slowly I pushed the door open. It was light, and even after I let go of it, it kept opening by itself, as though beckoning me in. Beyond it was a darkness as thick and heavy as ink. Even the dim light that peeked in from the corridor seemed bright in contrast. I stuck my head in, feeling about for the light switch next to the doorway. This was a horribly awkward and uncomfortable way to do it. All I really had to do was step inside and search for the switch from there. Unwilling to take even a single step into the room, I timidly stuck just my arm into the darkness and felt along the wall.
あった。
The switch, which was hardly ever used, felt stiff and lifeless. However, once the light was turned on, the darkness vanished in an instant. And there, exactly as it had been, as though not a thing had changed in all those years, was the VIP room. The curtain and bed cover might have been slightly different, and maybe the chairs and the like had been changed too. Still, if I had to put it in words, I'd call it the feel. The stiff, lifeless feel of this room hadn't changed. If I hang around here, someone might find me. I'd rather not have Mom find me here. I readied myself. And though I couldn't even bring myself to enter this room with the lights out, I finally entered. As soon as I closed the door, I felt an oppressive, suffocating sensation. All right. I've shut myself in the VIP room. Come out, Beatrice.
今何分だ。
I looked around the room, but I couldn't see any clock. I'm not in the habit of wearing a watch around the house. Dang. Now I'm not sure what time it is. Still, I know it's only a few minutes at most. I tried to suppress my desire to use going to get a clock as an excuse to run away from this place. Even so, just standing around like this was boring. When I looked around again, searching for something to sit on, I found something strange.
なんだよこれ。
Ooh, spooky. It had been placed on the side table next to the bed. If this room had been used often by someone, I'd have thought it was just one of their personal belongings. But there's no one living in this room. So, it's impossible for this to belong to the room's owner.
お供えかよ。気持ち悪いぜ。
It did look like an offering. A small French doll was sitting on the side table. The doll's hair was gold. It was wearing a black dress. Just who managed to find this doll? And where? There's no doubt that someone placed the doll here to symbolize Beatrice. Does that mean this doll is supposed to be the owner of this room or something? And as though it was an offering to that owner, there sat a small plate with several cookies and wrapped chocolates. It was all set out neatly, and there was no dust piled up on the doll. In other words, both the doll and the offering were taken care of on a regular basis by the servants, and kept in good condition along with the rest of the room. Taken care of? No, it's more than that. It looked like an offering. No, like some sort of worship. A prayer saying, "Please don't curse us." So while the doll was eerie enough by itself, psychologically, it was even more unnerving to think about how it must have been kept safe and worshipped in a place like this.
バカバカしいぜ。たたらないでくださいって、柏手でも打つのかよ。
Jessica forced herself to look away from the bizarre doll. She couldn't bring herself to sit on a bed that wasn't hers. Then again, she didn't really feel like sitting down on a chair either. She had lost any desire to sit on anything in this room. I wandered about aimlessly, then peeked out the window through the gaps in the curtains to stare at the dark, rainy night. What the heck am I doing? Hanging about in the VIP room this late, just because that fight with Maria is still eating at me. This is totally pointless. Beatrice. Just when did that strange witch start living in this mansion? Grandfather's always yelling about Beatrice. Since it's apparently the name of his dead mistress, people started talking about how her ghost must haunt this mansion. There's that kid's horror story about the witch in the forest, which might be a ghost story made by the adults to stop the kids from going in there. The portrait grandfather had hung in April was really striking. And there was also that weird epitaph. The creepy words on that, which sounded like some sort of ceremony with human sacrifices, made the name of Beatrice seem all the more unnerving. At some point, those stories mixed together, and they now say that the witch Beatrice exists. I don't believe in Beatrice, because I know she's just a fictional person, made by the fusion of a few horror stories. The Beatrice who was grandfather's mistress probably did exist. But she wasn't a witch. The story of the Witch of the Forest was made up by the adults to prevent their kids from getting lost in the woods. But that was just a made-up story, not reality. In fact, I've heard that kids were once threatened about wolves living in the forest. Apparently, the kids realized that wolves couldn't exist on the island, so it was changed to the witch. When the portrait was hung, that once vague character suddenly had a face, and people acted as though she'd been around since long ago. That's right, it's all a ghost story someone made, a fiction. And Maria calls Beatrice her best friend, and the servants worship her like a household shrine. I just don't get it, and it creeps me out. Spooky phones! The sudden ring of the phone made me jump so hard I thought my heart would explode. There was a phone on the bedside table across from the one with the doll, and it was ringing noisily. However, I was only surprised by the first ring. By the time it had rung 3 times, I regained my cool enough to grumble about this being a prank done by someone trying to scare me. If I rush to pick it up, I'll probably hear someone laughing at me saying, "Were you scared?" I thought about ignoring it instead, but it kept on ringing incessantly. It was a pretty loud sound to have going on and on this late at night. If Mom somehow manages to hear it from her room, I'm screwed.
Hey, hey. 取るぜ。取ってやるぜ。ああ、驚いたとでも言いやいいんだろ。
Or you could just pick it up and immediately hang it up. There's another option. I decided to pick up the receiver. I'll just say that surprised me, wahaha. And maybe follow that up with, looks like Beatrice didn't show up after all. After all, this is my victory, in a sense.
もしもし。
ベアトリーチェ、こんにちは。
That sounds an awful lot like Maria.
マリア？
I don't get it. Did I hear that wrong? Why would Maria be calling here?
もしもし？
この間は楽しいお歌を聴かせてくれてありがとう。だからお返しにマリアもベアトリーチェに歌うね。習った新しいお歌を歌うね。
The voice, the intonation, the manner of speech, all of it clearly belonged to Maria. But what's she talking about, all by herself? Maria will now proceed to sing that creepy song while I'm attempting to read. Maria just kept on talking happily as I stood there, stunned and unable to interrupt. Eventually, Maria started singing an old familiar kid song that even I knew. I don't get it.
マリア？もしもし？ちょっと待てよ。歌うのやめろよ。なんなんだよ。わけがわかんねえぜ。もしもし？
The voice and the lights, everything disappeared. In the pitch black, I couldn't see anything, couldn't tell what was happening. I don't get it, what's going on? Ooh, spooky sounds! I talked about this last time, but obviously since I'm doing it over again, might as well talk about it again. It's been discussed somewhat, we've been talking about it, that while I doubt Maria's the culprit, it does seem like she's probably somewhat, like maybe an accomplice to this whole series of events that ends up happening in the game board. So I'm I threw around a couple ideas that were just kind of running around in my mind. One was that the phones might have something to do with this, because the phones have been used in a couple of these games. Most notably, the first game, we get a call, and it's Maria. Not really, we hear Maria. She's not really on the phone. It's kind of across the room, but we hear her doing that creepy singing again, and that lures the people out of the room. So I imagine the phone is going to have some importance, because while they couldn't call out, they seem to, at least sometimes anyway, have access to like an internal network, you know, connected to within the house. So there was that. Another thing I was thinking is maybe the phone's got some kind of voice changer on it, because Maria seemed to recognize the phone being picked up as Beatrice. I'm not so sure about that one, but I do recognize it as a possibility, I think. Though I'm not quite sure if that fits in with Nox's rules, but whatever, I don't know. Does being in darkness really slow us humans down so much? I know it's dark, but I really do have absolutely no idea what just happened. What was that shuffling sound just now? I'm not sure. I can't explain it. It was an incredible slithering sound of someone crawling out of a bed. It wasn't like that sort of sound. It wasn't that vague. I definitely heard that, right next to me, clearly. However, there was no change to the bed. No one had been sleeping there in the first place, and the sheets were still perfectly straight. Someone had crawled out of the bed and had laughed in a creepy voice before leaving the room. That's what it felt like. Felt like? I'm here, and the bed's right there. I'm not only in the same room, I'm right next to it. So why am I so unsure about what happened just a few seconds ago? I gripped the receiver, which had gone completely silent, and waited there alone, unable to move in a quiet room that seemed exactly identical to the one I had first entered. Huh? What? If nothing's changed since the beginning, I can just pretend that the last minute or so didn't happen. And yet, if something has changed, that would be proof that something really did happen.
なんだよ。なんでねえんだよ。
Did it fall to the floor? No, it's not there. No matter where I look, from whatever angle, it's not there. Though the offering plate with the cookies and chocolate is still here, the thing they were being offered to, the doll, is gone.
嘘だ。
Then, what just happened? Is the Beatrice Sama doll supposed to have cackled out loud and left the room? No, that crawling sound was too loud to have been made by a doll. It was a noisy sort of sound, like a kid playing with a blanket and using it as a cape. Then, what... Is that Beatrice Sama doll supposed to have turned into a human and then run cackling from the room?
嘘だ。
After that, nothing changed, or nothing happened. The doll alone disappeared, and nothing else changed. In a VIP room that had remained completely unchanged, and was filled only with the sound of wind and rain. I stood there, too shocked to move.
人形は結局見つかったのか？
物陰からベッドの下まで探したさ。それこそ中に入り込んでまで。でも見つからなかった。
一体あの部屋で何があったと考えてる？
ベアトリーチェ様のたたりなんて思いはしねえぜ。あるいは使用人の誰かのいたずらだったかもしれねえ。
いたずら？
マリアの声はあらかじめカセットテープにでも取ってあって、それを午前2時ちょうどに電話して再生ボタンを押した。そしてほどほどのところで配電盤か何かで停電させた。それからあらかじめ貴賓室のどこかに隠れてた誰かが気持ち悪く笑いながら人形を持って出て行った。そう考えりゃ辻褄は合うぜ。
釈然とはしてないようだな。
そりゃそうだろう。だってこれが私を脅かすためのいたずらだとしたら大掛かりが過ぎるぜ。
They made Maria sing beforehand and recorded it. Then someone called the VIP room and replayed that recording. And someone waited until exactly the right time and tripped the breaker for the VIP room. To turn off the power to the VIP room, you'd have to go down to the basement. There's a switchboard booth down in the boiler room. There's no phone line down there, so you'd need a different person to play back Maria's tape. And you'd need another person to hide in the VIP room and cackle before leaving. And just how long would this last person have to hide in the VIP room beforehand? How long would they have to hide in the pitch black VIP room, under the bed for example, waiting to scare Jessica, who might or might not come?
魔女のたたりなんてあるわけもねえぜ。でもよ、人間のいたずらだと考えて、それだけの人間が緻密に示し合わせて、私を驚かせるためだけに何時間も暗闇で待ち構えてたって考える方が、私はよっぽど薄気味悪いぜ。
同感だな。いっそたたりの方がマシだ。そのことを後日使用人たちには聞いたのか？
聞いたってとぼけるに決まってるぜ。それに最低3人だぜ。あの日は源氏さんと郷田さんと熊沢さんとシャノンの4人が泊まってた。そのうちの3人があんな薄気味悪いいたずらに加担したってのか？わけわかんねえ。だから私は聞けなかった。
True. It had been a strange experience for her, but it wasn't something completely impossible for humans to do. Even so, it really must have been more unnerving to imagine a large number of people planning so carefully just to scare Jessica. It's no surprise that Jessica found this scarier than Beatrice's curse.
今でも使用人たちがお前をはめたと信じてるか？
いや、多分ビビっちまった私の勘違いなんだよ。きっと人形はどこかに転げ落ちて、私がたまたまそれを見つけられなかっただけなんだ。
すべて気のせいだったと言いたいのか？
人形が消えた以外何の変化も証拠もない。マリアにも後日聞いたけど、歌のことも電話のことも知らないと言われた。とぼけたのか本当に知らないのかはわからないけれど、とにかくあの晩のあの出来事は私が確かにあったと言い張ってるだけで何も証明することができない。
皮肉だな。たとえお前が本当にベアトリーチェに会ったと言っても、それを証明できないのと同じだ。
しばらくはショックだったけど、時間が経って、あれは臆病な私が落雷か何かで一瞬だけ停電したのにびっくりして、庭木の枝がちぎれてバサバサ落ちる音を誤解したんじゃないかなって思えるようになった。
笑い声は？
変な鳥の鳴き声とか、とにかくそう聞こえてしまう何かの聞き間違いだったかもしれねえ。私は強がってるだけで、本当は信じられないくらい臆病だったんだ。だからあんなことがあったように誤解してしまったんだ。そう考えるようにして、あの晩のことを忘れようと自分に強く言い聞かせた。
すべては闇の中か。
人間忘れようと思えば結構できるもんだよな。以来ベアトリーチェという言葉を聞くたびに嫌な気持ちがこみ上げる。でもそれを顔に出さないように努めてる。おしまい。私に話せるのはこの程度の話だけだぜ。情けない話だから誰にも内緒に。
I think we're gonna leave it off there for today. It's funny, actually. I stopped pretty short of that the first time. Not pretty short. I stopped maybe like 5-ish minutes short of that the first time. Back when Jessica was trying to explain her theory on the servants possibly doing it. Because I thought she was still going to be talking about that for a while, but I decided to go a little bit farther, and I think I'm glad I did. Well, anyway, and I mean, it might even be just a tiny bit shorter from this and we get an actual, like, scene change, but I think this is a better spot to stop anyway. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Umineko. Bye!